Back-to-back home games must feel good to get a couple back-to-back as opposed to being on the road.
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. I get to actually go home and sleep in my bed instead of having to go back to the hotel and get ready for a flight. So it's good to be able to stay in routine and be able to come back the next day and get ready for practice, get ready for our scout. Yeah, it feels good. No complaints.
How does that preparation change in comparison? Because we had some really good runs on the road, getting those wins on the road, a little bit hit and miss at home, but starting to string a few together now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the home games beforehand weren't as good as we'd want, but we know that I think the numbers will average out in terms of that stuff. But it feels good. The thing that's kind of tough is the strain. I think the strain on your body takes a bit of a toll on you. You don't see it right away, but taking a back-to-back flight for 2 games is a tough thing to do. Instead of getting to play a home game and then you get to hang out at home and see your family, friends, all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot easier being able to play back-to-back home games and back-to-back road games.
Yeah, but it's an interesting one this week. Obviously, you have the Friday night home game and then have to prepare for Sunday. It's a very tight turnaround. So how much preparation goes into both games this weekend? Yeah,
I mean, obviously right now we're concerned with Tassie, and that's the first game. We're not worried about Melbourne until after the Tassie game. So Tasmania is our preparation, the only thing on our forefront, and we'll worry about the rest when we get to it.
So Friday night, Tassie, RAC Arena. Tassie out of form at the moment. They've lost their last 5 games. What's that looking like as far as matchup goes?
Yeah, I mean, Tassie's a great team. You can't underestimate a team just because they're on a losing streak. They're still a really good team. Those losses were competitive losses. So we're treating it the same as any other game. We're getting ready for Hamilton and company. And yeah, just treat them how they are. They're a good team and got to be ready for them.
Magnay out of the side as well for Tasmania. What does that look like with him out of the side?
Get Joe going. He's a paint presence, and with their main paint presence out, that's I think a mismatch for them, and we can get Joe going. That's going to get the rest of the guys going.
And your form, you're into the starting 5 last week. It feels like you're starting to find your shot now. Are you feeling good out there?
Yeah, I mean, feeling pretty good. It's just struggled a little bit early on, but the numbers seem to be averaging out a little bit. In terms of the starting 5, I mean, whatever coaches need me to do, I'm happy to play, and at the end of the day, winning is all that matters, and everybody else is happy as long as you're winning.
So third of the way through the season now, how does it...
It's already a third?
Yeah, third.
Dude, it feels like we just started.
Is it going quick or is it feeling slow?
Oh, it's flying by.
It's flying by, right.
I mean, it feels like we still have 80% of our games left. It feels like we barely played any.
So when you say you're starting to, a few more shots are starting to go down, adjusting from that NBL 1 form into the Wildcats side, what is that adjustment like for you?
Yeah, I mean, just the ball's not in my hands as much. The coverage is a little different. Things like that. I'm playing a little more off ball because you got a lot more guys that can score and play with the ball in their hands. And I mean, theoretically it would make my shots a little easier. But I mean, it's kind of adjusting to that as well. That's different than what the shots I was taking in NBL 1. And so being ready for that, and eventually that kind of, as I was saying, averages out. I believe in my shot, and it's going to hopefully keep going in.
Do you put any extra pressure on yourself, or you feel?
No, I mean, shoot. That's. I mean, everybody says it, and that's. If you're a good shooter, it's the percentages all end up how it should in the end.
And just back to our side quickly with Jaron out, what does that look like as far as obviously next man up mentality?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What does that look like with Jaron sideline for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, just when you next man up, as you said, the guards being ready to step up. Some of the guys obviously play higher minutes. But yeah, even last game, myself, Henschel, Lat, Dante, those guys were ready to step up. Sunday's going to absolutely be needed. So being ready to make those winning plays down the stretch and get going.
We haven't had a chance to quickly chat to you about the Boomers. Obviously, your selection into the side. JR's just been announced as part of the coaching lineup. What does that look like? Is that discussed at all between yourself and JR, or are they treated as 2 separate things altogether?
I mean, it's absolutely separate. Like we're not worried about Boomers until after these 2 games. Yeah. So we've had small discussions about it, but that's outside of Wildcats basketball, obviously. And we're focused on these 2 games coming up, and then we'll kind of worry about the Boomer stuff. So.
Do you find that beneficial though to have JR as the coach of?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I have somebody that I'm comfortable with and been around with consistently. Obviously, I've played with like Dino and some of the other guys on the Boomers, the players and staff. But having a coach that you've been around consistently, it makes it a lot easier for yourself.
And you did mention the 2 games to come. So Friday we play Tassie. You're going to worry about Melbourne after that Tassie game.
Yeah.
It is a very quick turnaround though. Melbourne's sitting top of the table. When you do turn your attention to that come Saturday, what's the mentality when we're going up against Melbourne United?
I mean, first of all, you got to treat it. They're playing well, but we got to treat it like any other game. I think, kind of sometimes the mistake comes when you treat it bigger than life, so to speak. Just come in with the same approach that we've had the last couple of weeks, same mentality, and the game will play itself out.